You wanted an affordable version of this technique, so today we're using an £11 eyeshadow palette. As always, we're going to start with some tape. I'm using Scotch tape, but you can also use micropore tape. And the most important part is to remove the residual sticky layer from the tape so that it doesn't tug on your delicate eye area. So you want a little bit of tack so it doesn't move, but that it doesn't tug the skin. So this is today's palette of choice. It's called That's Taupe by Colourpop Cosmetics, and let me tell you, the colour payoff of these eyeshadows is insane. And for only £11, I had to pick up two. This is last week's tutorial if you missed it. I will link that one below for you if you want to check that out. Taking our Scotch tape, we're going to place this underneath our lower eyelashes on the outer corner and make sure to leave a very small gap so that when you remove the tape, you can connect your eyeshadow from the top lid to your lower eyelash line. The first shade we're going to take is this one called Bedrock, which is a dark matte brown. You can use a brush, but you can simply use your fingers. Use a ring finger dipped into the eyeshadow, start on the tape and pull the colour in and down towards your eyelash line. Aim towards the centre of your eyelid. Then I'm going to take the Morphe M302, dip it into whatever's fallen onto the tape and use that just to soften the top of the eyeshadow. Don't worry about this being too neat because we are going to go over this with more of a metallic eyeshadow. The shade we're going to use this time is called Slated, which is this light beige metallic. Much like before, we're going to go in with our ring finger to apply this. Start on the centre of the lid and then work in window wiper motions backwards and forwards to disperse this colour from the inner corner of the eye to the outer corner of the eye. And don't be afraid to go over that brown that we've already applied because it will mute it slightly, it will blur out any of the harsh edges, and it will make sure that everything blends together nicely. So as you can see, I'm going back in with a small amount of the brown. So layering colours like this helps to build more depth, and it just means you can redefine the shape. Feel free to go back in with your brush over the seam to make sure everything is diffused and soft. I'm switching to my Anastasia Beverly Hills No. 3 brush, and I'm working that dark brown on the very inner corner of the eye, all the way along the lash line to meet the outer corner, and keeping it really close to the root so it looks more like a shadow. We're then reaching for Pebble Beach as a transition shade on my BK Beauty 202 brush. So taking the colour from the tape on the outer corner and then sweeping that through the socket towards the inner corner of the eye. It's a very light shade, so we do need to build it up. It isn't necessary, but I do like how it looks with a little transitional shade. Again, the brush I'm using is the BK Beauty 202. This works great in the socket line because of the way it's tapered at the top. It really does all the blending for you, but I will link all of the brushes in the description bar for you, and also any discount codes I have because I do have one for BK Beauty. Switching back to my Morphe brush and dipping it into the dark brown eyeshadow, I'm just going to redefine this very outer edge from the tape. So now that when we peel and reveal, you can see it is super crisp and nice and defined. If when you remove your tape, it does remove some of your base makeup, it's very simple to patch it back in. I like to use a hydrating spray on the face just to revive the makeup, then go in with a little bit of your concealer, tap it in with your brush and then bounce over that with your sponge, but I wouldn't reset that just yet. Instead, do all the rest of your lower eye makeup in case you have any fall down, and that way it'll be easier to tidy up. You can use rose water to rehydrate your face. I like the M Cosmetics Divine Water. You want something lightweight that's going to evaporate, not something that's going to leave behind a tacky or sticky residue. On a small brush, we're going to take the shade Cold Blooded and use this as an inner corner highlight. You can also place a small amount of this on the centre of your lid just to brighten the slated shade that we've used. Again, you can use your finger to apply this, but sometimes if you have nails, getting to the inner corner of your eye can be quite difficult, so a small brush is great for that. Don't forget to also take a small amount of this along your tear duct. I'm going back to my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and before applying any more eyeshadow to the bristles, I'm using what's left on it from our top lid and running that underneath the lower eyelashes first, and then if you want a little bit more colour, you can start building on that. Think less is more because, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these eyeshadows are super pigmented, so always apply with one brush and then you can blend out with another. That way you'll soften any excess eyeshadow. Along the waterline, I'm taking this Eye Wand by Vive in the shade Concrete. This is a deep charcoal grey, and I'm going to use this along the waterline. This is a really long wearing formula, but it is a little bit more difficult to build up on the waterline compared to a kohl pencil, but I really like the colour of this for this taupe eye, so I made sure to allow the first layer to dry down and then apply a second layer. My favourite lash colours, as you know if you're not new around here, are my Refa eyelash colours, but I also like these very small ones. These are great if you have very small eyes or if your eyelashes are quite difficult to get into a traditional lash curler. Again, I will link both of these in the description bar for you if you want to try those. And like with most of these looks, I like to show you how it looks with mascara alone before moving on to eyelashes. Today I'm using the Lancome Eyeshadow. The reason I'm giggling is because I use this every single week. I use it every single day and I have done for years because it's my favourite. However, I am open to trying something new, so please let me know what your favourite mascara is down in the comments. So this is how it looks with the mascara just on the top lashes. It's very pretty. On a day-to-day basis, I only wear mascara on my top lashes. But I do find when you're wearing eyeshadow on both your top and lower lash line, it does create balance to apply mascara to your top and lower lashes, and this is how it looks, which I think is very pretty. You don't even need falsies. But as we have finished the lower half of our eyes, we can go back in, set our concealer, reapply our bronzer, reapply our blush, and then we're good to go. If you do have any questions about patching your makeup, do let me know and I can always do a video specifically to that. But moving on, I'm going to apply some eyelashes. These are small cluster lashes. Most brands will market cluster lashes as being applied underneath your natural lashes, but you can actually wear them both ways. So you can apply them underneath or you can place them on top. There are no hard or fast rules, it's just about what works best for you and what you feel most comfortable with. The only thing I would say is that you want to adjust the length depending on where you're placing them. If you're applying them underneath your natural lashes, you can usually go a little bit longer in millimeters because the lash has further to travel when it sits underneath your top lash. So if you'd ordinarily wear a 10 on top, you can normally wear a 12 underneath. How pretty does that look? That's how you can achieve my popular tape eyeshadow technique using an affordable palette. I genuinely think these are brilliant, and there are about 25 different colourways that you can get in these £9 palettes. If you are new here and you enjoyed this tutorial, I've got loads more just like this to help you build confidence with your makeup, from really easy everyday techniques to more in-depth makeup looks. I'm a professional makeup artist and I upload every Sunday, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you subscribe. It is free to do so. All of the products I've used in today's video will be listed and linked in the description box, so you can shop everything directly from there. And if you found this helpful, feel free to share this with a friend or family member who might enjoy it too. And as always, if there's anything you'd like to see from me next, leave it in the comments because I do go through them and it really helps me to plan future videos. So as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you next week.